Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's track 3. We are moving through this album, track 3 of 9 songs. This song is called Twice the Breath, and I believe, if I remember correctly, this was the first song I ever released on the album. This was my first Spotify song, so I think it is the most played song that is out there on Spotify. And it might be my most watched music video. I don't know. The music video, I don't think I've actually touched on some of the music videos as well, because not all of them had music videos, but I can talk about that a little bit today as well. This song was actually not written about me at all. This was a song for my mum's wedding. She said to me, she was getting married. This is her second time getting married. And she said, I don't suppose you could write something for like us, I guess, that would be something. She asked for something that could be upbeat, that could be danced to, that felt like a celebration of something, which is funny because I write very sad acoustic songs, but I thought, you know what, we can get a challenge. And I think the love story that my mum had with this person was Twice the Breath. It's quite literally like that. I wanted this song to be about a second chance at love, as I think a lot of people do when their first marriage maybe doesn't work out. My parents were together for 20 years, and then they both remarried, and this was her second marriage. And I think, it came with, as it can be, a lot of, just a lot of trials and possibly judgment and that type of thing. So I wanted to write a song to celebrate that second go, I guess. And the song talks about, I think, being an anchor in the face of a lot of things that maybe don't celebrate it as much as you both do. And that's what this was about. That's the song for. I don't understand why that's happening. Oh my God, I think my headphone just pressed the spacebar. I was like, okay, well, we're getting an early look at the original. Sorry, that's so funny. That is the original. The original sounds very, very different to the studio version. Very different. I guess because I would say this is the most, I'm going to use the word Disney here. It feels very musical, almost Disney, this one. Because it was meant to be this kind of uplifting, maybe slightly cheesy, very romantic celebration of love. And this is the cheesiest song that I may have ever written, but I think that was its intention, really, and that was its purpose. And I remember at the wedding, they signed the paper and then they played this song immediately afterwards, and everyone was kind of just like vibing to it. And it's a really sweet memory. It's a really sweet memory for me, writing this and having the honor of them playing that during their ceremony. So this is the making of Twice the Breath. I'll talk a little bit about the music video. I'll talk a little bit about how the song changed, and how it ended up being what it is. I'm really slouching today. Like, my posture is bad today. I'm really sorry. I'm in like cozy mode, cozy mode, getting these videos done, thinking back, nostalgia. So as always, I only have a guitar and a laptop and a very basic USB mic when I'm recording these drafts. So this was the first draft of the song. It completely changed, especially when I told Tom that I wanted this to be like an uplifting, more upbeat song. And this is probably the most upbeat one. Oh, that's not true. Second most upbeat song on the album. You've got a lot of layers going on. We've got loads of instruments. We've got a lot going on in this song. It's a busy song. It's just such a busy song. But yeah, it felt good, actually, going from some really kind of slow and sad songs to something that was really, really just more kind of uplifting. So the original, funnily enough, sounded like this. So I'll turn it up again. I don't know what I was doing here, but I was attempting a layering, like a loop. It's not always easy. It still sounds sad. Can I ever write a song that's not sad? Aching and pleasing. So I had this loop in the background of like twice the breath as the bee, and I was kind of like I was trying out like a loop, I guess, as like a repeated thing in the background, and I don't think that worked at all. So when we got to the studio, we took that out completely, and the opening instead sounds like this. Much better. Go on, Tom.
It's not always easy.
The American accent that never seems to leave.
Find out where to go. They're aching and pleasing. To find the one you know will see you.
Is that where he stops? It's so funny, I think, especially with a British accent, or maybe just any accent that's not British, a lot of sounds and accents that you're used to hearing are American. So when you are writing things that rhyme in different ways, our vowel sounds don't rhyme with some other words that I want to use. And I think I often wrote with the kind of with American sounds being the rhyme, and I think I'm used to sometimes singing with more American sounds in the words. Even like it's not always easy. That is still like an American sound rather than not always easy. It's not always easy suddenly sounds so British. And I think there's a lot of Americanisms that come into music actually, whether we're not even really like aware of it or not. But anyway, that was the intro instead. It starts off still very acoustic, which I like, and then it kind of builds up a lot as it keeps going. I'm so glad we got rid of that loop.
Some homes are freezing. They claim to warm your hands. There's so many reasons to feel safe on other lands with you.
Did I stop the loop then? No? The loop, okay. The loop keeps going. Some homes are freezing with a claim to warm your hands. There's so many reasons to feel safe on other lands with you. I think it was talking about some people, I guess, that you think are championing something and maybe they weren't so much, and the being each other's solace. There's actually a lot to be taken or interpreted, I think, from this song actually. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a romantic song. I think this song could be about anyone being a refuge, and anything, or it could just kind of like somebody else being another chance for you in some capacity, you know, if you can kind of reinterpret some of the things that are being said in this song. So I think that's basically the crux of what this song was about. But the studio version sounded like,
some homes are freezing with a claim to warm your hands. There's so many reasons to feel safe on other lands with you.
And then we start, I really like what we did in the studio version. What happened here in the original again?
But in time you find the place.
Okay, I'm doing some hums in the background. There's some humming.
Oh, in time you fit the space. And from the outside looking in, we might wear a different skin, but we breathe in
Harmony.
with twice the breath as before. Our hearts heaving with a love that we never saw before.
That's kind of a different tune completely, actually, than the original, than the studio. And then it goes straight into a bridge. What? Sorry, I'm so confused with what I did in the original. What's happening? Okay, that's the first chorus then. That was the first chorus. I don't do that in the sorry, I'm learning myself because I haven't listened to the original of this for a long time. This one is very old, this one. So this is, I'm remembering things as well myself. Okay, studio version.
Twice as before, but in time you find the place.
Drums. Gosh, that's so different. It's so different. But yeah, we properly made that chorus kind of like take the song off. I think it takes off there. First verse is quite subdued and acoustic, and then the chorus kind of goes bang with all of the kind of drums. I love the layering that was done on the breathing. Those parts need like a lift to them, and there's a lot of layering and harmonies on those, which is nice. I have a second verse in the studio version. I mean, typically a song will go verse, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus again after the second verse. I think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. That's basically what I understand. So I think in the studio version we go verse, chorus, verse, then the bridge happens. For some reason I put the bridge in now. Did I add a verse? I'm sorry. I'm figuring this one out as we go.
I found you in a narrow room. I've muscle now to rise and bloom. I spread my wings in here.
What am I doing in the harmony?
I see you crystal clear. I spread my wings in here. I see you crystal clear.
Okay, I think it's so funny. Out of all the things that I do, I'm really I think I'm the most proud of the bridges that I do. The kind of little bit in between that's not the verse or the chorus. I always really like how those sound. I'm really proud of the bridge the most. I think out of the whole song, it's still pretty cheesy. I found it's so cheesy. I found you in a narrow room. I've muscle now to rise and bloom. I spread my wings in here. I see you crystal clear. I think that was talking about like I've finally got the space to be seen, the space to try again, the space to be authentic. And I think this song is also about authenticity and living an authentic, truthful life and love, with somebody. So I don't know why I put the bridge there. Did that? I mean, I'm guessing the second verse comes after that, but not in this version. No, this goes into the second verse. That's so weird. I can't even directly compare it to you.
Has to be meaning
Yes?
in a scar that stays in view. I hadn't been reaching, but I awake under these stars with you.
Cheese. So much cheese. Stilton. Now the bridge. Okay, and then it goes straight into the chorus again. So, okay, weird. I went verse, chorus, bridge, second verse.
In time,
No?
I found my place.
Oh my god, the original didn't even have two verses. So I must have written that. Gosh, it was so long ago. Guys, my memory. I must have written a second verse. For the studio version. I wonder if Tom was like, there's no second verse here. Do you want to just have one verse? And then I must have gone, oh, maybe, yeah, instead I have kind of gone into this more echo of the chorus again.
Yeah, in time I fit the space, and from the outside looking in, I might wear a different skin, but I'm breathing
Bit of attitude.
with twice the breath as before. My heart is heaving with a love that I never saw before.
It's a lot more emotional, this version. I find it really oddly emotional.
I spread my wings in here. I see you crystal clear. I spread my wings in here. I see you crystal clear.
I feel sad.
I spread my wings.
Not sad, happy sad.
I see you crystal clear. I spread my wings in here. I see you crystal clear. I spread my wings in
That's it.
I see you crystal clear.
Interesting. So the entire song, the entire original, is about 4 minutes long. 4 minutes long. The studio version is nearer to 5 minutes long, 4 minutes 48. So that would be because we added a verse. I'm having flashbacks now. I'm pretty sure Tom was helping me write it and giving me suggestions for it as we wrote it on the day, with the same kind of vibe. But yeah, we definitely still end the song on the spread my wings in here thing. We definitely still do that. So what do I do here? Chorus again. Very different.
Saw
Twice the breath as before.
Okay, so that's the same.
I found my place.
I do that in the original.
In time I fit the space. And from the outside looking in, we might wear a different
Those drums.
skin, but we're breathing with twice the breath as before. Our hearts heaving with a love that we never saw.
Okay.
Twice the breath as before.
And then we spread wings for the strings in the background. Do-do-do. I think that's strings. Well, look, there you go. This is why I think this song specifically is the kind of thing, the kind of reason why I wanted to show you guys the making of, because they completely change. They completely change. I can only ever write an acoustic version with my guitar and ask for people that know about music, Tom, to make this an upbeat song, because I was asking for it to be an upbeat song. And the reason I wrote it was for it to be upbeat. But I love that we also have like an acoustic version of it, which is why it's nice to put them here. If anyone is interested or wants to hear where these songs came from or wants an acoustic version of them, they're here. From my laptop, but they really did change. This is kind of like, there's something really melancholy and a lot, I don't know, it's like a heavier song, I feel like, the acoustic one, and then this one is more celebratory. So yeah, that's Twice the Breath. I guess I wrote, it's so funny that I wrote verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, end. That's such a strange format. I don't think I've ever done that before. I don't think I've ever done that. Wait, no, I have done weird things before with writing, so I take it back. Music video wise, because this is the song that I needed to release before my mum's wedding, which is the reason why we released it first. And also I liked the idea of kind of releasing a very upbeat song straight away, because I'd only ever done really kind of slow acoustic songs. So we released this one, and one of my best guy friends in the world is Kit Sullivan. And him and I are basically, I kind of joke that he's the male version of me, especially from behind. We look exactly the same. We have long brown curly hair, and we both love video games, and we're both the same star sign, and we had COVID lockdown together. And actually, I think he was around when I just first started streaming, actually, and doing content. And he was like, this is amazing. He's like, you're living your dream. You love video games, and now it's part of your job. And I was like, I know. But yeah, we used to play all video games all throughout lockdown together. He is a DOP, basically. He does a lot of camera work, and he's very, very good at what he does. And he's we've done a lot of things together. So he has shot every single one of my music videos. I say every single one. There's been 3, but he's done every single one. And Twice the Breath was the first kind of proper one that we exclusively did for the music video itself. There's a music video for a song called I Can't Wait, and that was actually a short film that we had filmed completely separately, nothing to do with my album, nothing to do with my music, that never got used and never got made. So I asked everybody involved if I could use that footage and tie it to my song and make a music video out of it, and they said yes. So it was still shot by Kit, but it was actually a short film adapted to a music video. But this was the first one that we filmed just as a music video. And it was, directed by another one of our friends called John, and we had a whole crew. Like, he sourced some amazing people that were working off their own back. We funded it ourselves. And there was green screen involved. There was a trampoline. There's a lot of shots in this music video where I'm kind of floating through space. And that was me jumping up from a trampoline, and then they shot it in slow motion so that it felt, so as I was falling back from the trampoline, it would look like I was falling through space. That was all Kit's idea. I remember just showing up to the set one day. We filmed it over like 2 days or so, 2 or 3 days, and there was a trampoline outside, and I was like, what is there a trampoline doing out here? He said, trust me, I've got an idea. We went to the woods very early hours in the morning. I'm talking like probably 6-7 a.m. We were filming to get the sun in the right place, because a lot of it's to do with lighting with filming, where we're running through the woods and there's some singing bits in the woods in autumn. It was freezing cold. And yeah, it was the music video was so much fun. It was just so much fun. I've got so many amazing memories. I remember Kit split his jeans on one day. He like crouched to shoot something and his jeans completely split down the back, and he had a massive hole in the back of his jeans for the whole rest of the day. It was just so funny. I was traveling in the back of the van, like a white van. There was no seats for everyone to sit whilst we were driving around filming all these stuff. So I was actually in the back of the van in pitch darkness with all of the equipment at one point, probably very illegal. Sorry, road regulations. But some of my fond memories actually were in the water. Kit's always been very passionate about doing underwater filming, and it was something that we wanted to incorporate in this music video, and we did. We had a friend, no. It was his girlfriend at the time had a pool, and it was very cold. I'm pretty sure we filmed this in like November or something. October, November. It felt like it was winter, and we were in the pool at night, so that it was the right lighting. We were at night in the pool, filming these kind of shots of almost like the sense that like emotionally I'd been drowned, and then their hand pulls me out of the water and gets us onto the bank and stuff, and then we cut back to the forest, and there was just so much stuff that went into it. Teeth were chattering, cups of tea on the side of the pool. I was fully clothed in the pool as well. All of my clothes got ruined from the chlorine in that pool. It was like all marbled. I was wearing all black, and it just completely ruined my coat, everything. But we had some amazing moments filming that music video. And so much of that was down to his kind of creative ideas and his genius, and everybody that came together and worked pretty much for free for those 3 days making that music video with me. I will put a little link to that video here right now if you want to watch the music video to Twice the Breath. But yeah, really amazing shoot, and I'm very lucky, I think, in London, growing up with and meeting so many really creative and driven freelance people, as you do in this kind of big city life where everyone's creatively passionate and working for themselves and heading towards their dreams. And that's exactly what we all kind of did together. We had a lot of people working on this together, and it was a really beautiful thing. And it really kind of tied into, I think, it's kind of cheese, and it's the Disney effect was even more amplified by the video. We had footage of me as a baby with my mum as well that was being shot in there. We had a projector I had a USB with a lot of footage of when I was young. We put that on the projector, and it went up on there in the music video too, to kind of like link that kind of that authenticity and that kind of origin story and to her. And it was just such a beautiful shoot. And I really credit Kit for everything he did on that. So I mean, it's very unlikely, I'm sure, that he'll watch this, but Kit, big up to you. I will link his stuff below as well. his Instagram or whatever, because he's done some amazing stuff, and I know he's going to do even more amazing stuff as well. So yeah, that's Twice the Breath. Thank you for watching this one, and I will see you on the next one for the 4th track, which is Like I Do. This song changed a lot. I look forward to telling you about that one. So I'll see you next week for that one.
It's not always easy to find out where to go. The aching and pleasing, to find the one you know will see you. Some homes are freezing, they claim to warm your hands. There's so many reasons to feel safe on other lands with you. But in time you find the place. Oh, in time you fit the space. And from the outside looking in, we might wear a different skin, but we breathing with twice the breath as before. Our hearts heaving with a love that we never saw before. I found you in a narrow room. I've muscle now to rise and bloom. I spread my wings in here. I see you crystal clear. I spread my wings in here. I see you crystal clear. In time, I found my place. Yeah, in time, I fit the space. And from the outside looking in, I might wear a different skin, but I'm breathing with twice the breath as before. My heart is heaving with a love that I never saw before. I spread